Good morning, everyone. It is currently, it is noon. It's noon sharp today on God's beautiful Saturday, the 28th. You may be wondering, I thought you were going to be in Washington this weekend. Turns out, Delta had other plans for me. So that flight got delayed enough times that I would have missed my connection, and the only alternative they gave me was staying overnight in Minneapolis. I didn't really feel like doing that, considering it cut into my vacation by, a day. Not ideal. So I'm here, and I did the rest of the work on the game mode. Pretty much, this is like basically finished. It's pretty much finished at this point. I don't really know if there's anything else that I want to add. I bug fixed pretty much everything. I've done some pretty intense, 3-person test. I haven't done anything large scale yet. That's on the docket. But I can go ahead and just do a walk around. I've recorded the second devlog a few times, but I decided it's just better to wait until I have the meat of the game mode finished. So now that I actually do, this is my completed map. It's a far cry from what it used to look like. So I'll just give you some panning shots here of everything that I have made. And this is kind of what it just looks like from the outside with Fulbright on, so you can get a better idea of the shape that we're going for here. Very nice. I'm very proud of how this came out, especially the skybox. I mean, how can you hate that? So, this is like entirely completed. Map-wise, I got all the small touches in here, so I'll just, again, cut through a few of them, some of my just favorite little details that I've put in. I especially put a lot of effort into sound design in maps like this, because nothing makes a space more believable than how it feels to be in. So I've kind of spawned myself in as the hunter here, because I have coded some custom weapons here. I'll be going over them pretty fast, since ideally this should be out on the workshop soon for everybody to get their hands on. Plus they're a little self-explanatory, I figure. They fill pretty clear roles. So we have the compact SMG, which is just a very accurate, very fast-firing weapon that is your main tool for killing the spies or checking very precise spots that you know someone's going to be. Corners on top of props, you know. Quick, small, straight lines, not very reliable or useful for checking large areas, but just enough to kill someone and get you by if you do happen to spot them. It's used to have like 10 bullets in it, but even during testing on like a 1v2, it just was not enough to kill someone, and it might still need tweaking. The main issue is that you would just tag a spy halfway through your magazine, which was like there, and then you would have 6 bullets to follow up on, and you just run out of ammo, they get away, and it would take like finding them, you know, tagging them with damage like 6 times to kill them. Not a fun time. The inverse to this is the shotgun that we have made, which just horizontal spread, next to no vertical, very wide, 20 pellets, you can see. Very spotty, so you still have to fill in the gaps with another weapon, be very mindful of what it has actually hit, and what it has not hit. Because if I were to check here, I gotta keep in mind that this is completely unchecked, this is unchecked, the entire top part of this table's unchecked, this part's unchecked, it could be crouching there. So, useful, especially if you get a good roll like that. Basically cleared most of the table, so you pretty much just have to do that. Just good for general wide area checking. I have yet to see how it performs in a playtest. That's going to be the mantra. It could need more pellets. It could need a wider spread. It could need a smaller spread. It could need... See, that actually tagged him. It's RNG. You're gambling every time you left click with this. That's 3 for 3. I'm lucky today. There you go, there's a miss. And another. There you go. Yeah. Can't rely on it, but it's a good tool for checking wide areas, because you might get lucky just spraying it out into the open. The last thing we have is this fun little sonar grenade, which is my answer to the Prop Hunt's SMG grenade. But more fun for everyone, so you can see it did not ping him, because he's standing barely on the edge of it. If I were to throw this a little bit closer, I threw 2 on accident, that works fine. See, he gets pinged. And it does check line of sight, so right now I don't have it set up to check through props, but it does check through physics props. It doesn't check through physics props, but it checks through static props. So things like this barrier, it would not ping you through. These crates, it would not ping you through. But like this, because it can move, it would ping you through that. Right now the hunter spawns with 3, but one of my buddies brought up an idea to give the hunter 1 sonar grenade a minute. In terms of the game mode, that is actually pretty much all that I have. So, but yeah, this is pretty much finished. It's in a place I'm very happy with. I don't have a big list of... So in my server file, There we go. So in my server file that I'm using to code this all in, I have a big list of everything that I've done to make this game mode, top to bottom in the order that I did them. You know, just making it work, freezing people, setting up spectators, collisions, weapons, HUD, and it just goes. I had you see the two bugs that I had left, where if you spammed reload with the shotgun, it would stack sound effects. I could not replicate that issue. I have code in place to make sure that doesn't happen. Maybe like a network exclusive thing? I have no idea, honestly. And then the only other ideas we really had was like map voting, which I'm probably going to get around to, custom chat, putting a swap delay between the weapons so you can't like instant swap between the shotgun and the SMG, but the spies are only visible for a second after taking damage, so I figured that that's probably a bad idea. So you only really get one chance to tag and or kill these guys. I don't want to make that window, that 1 second window, even smaller. The one sonar grenade a minute is a good idea. This one I like on paper, but I have no idea how I would do it. I love self-revive mechanics, I love comeback mechanics, but I have no idea how to make that work in a game mode like this. I just need to do some final stress testing with a larger amount of players, but at least in my smaller playtest, this is completely playable front to back. I don't get any errors. It just works. The map is, I'm proud of it. It's serviceable. It's my first map project I've completed in a long time, and I just love that skybox. So the next video that will likely get uploaded here is going to be a trailer that will debut on the workshop page alongside the game mode. So keep an eye out for that. So more news on the way. And like I said, the next time this will be seen is likely when it is playable. So if you are one of the 20-ish people that keeps up with my stuff, you like playing Garry's Mod, you want to have a fun time with your friends, keep an eye out for this. Should at least be coming in the next week at the worst. So thank you for keeping up. Thank you for watching. No matter what bullshit I'm uploading. And I will see y'all next time, whatever it may be.